Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm Deborah and you're tuned into Ask Deborah. So today I wanted to talk to you about what it's like working at home with children. At the moment we're going through really unprecedented times where we just don't know what's happening. One minute the children are at school, the next minute they're not. And it's really difficult trying to juggle between the pressures of working and homeschooling. During the first lockdown, we worked through a lot of uncertainties where children were kept at home and we were both expected to work and homeschool. And if you're anything like me, it was an absolute nightmare. I'll be honest with you guys, at first I completely winged it. I had my 2-year-old who was so confused and my 16-year-old who just wanted to be out the house. I was letting my daughter sleep as long as possible in the morning just so that I could get some work done. I felt really guilty about the thought of not pulling my weight with work, but also about neglecting my kids. This time round, there seems to have been a lot more thought having gone into the school closures, and most children should be back on the 18th. So what do we do if there is another school closure? What's the best way to make this work? Well, we know that vulnerable students and those with EHCPs, alongside children whose parents are key workers, can still go to school. But what about the rest? Here are my top 5 tips of some of the things you can do to make it slightly easier should we go into a more long-term school closure. Number 1, it's really important that you work in unison with your partner where possible. Try working in shift patterns so that you can rotate when you get your work done. Number 2, speak to your employer. You'll be surprised just how understanding they might actually be. It may only be important to work certain hours throughout the day. Number 3, take a lunch break. You'll be surprised as to how many of us don't do this. But not only is it important for your mental health and those of the children, you don't actually get paid to work through your lunch break. Number 4, speak to your children's school. See if there are resources or activities that they can send home. To keep the children busy whilst you work, there might also be staff who are willing to check in with students who might need a bit more support. And finally, number 5, breathe. We're all working through unprecedented times and there just isn't a right or wrong answer. Do what works for you within your household that keeps you sane and your children happy. Try not to be so hard on yourself for not always getting it right. There isn't a manual for this kind of thing and we're all in it together. Speak to neighbours, friends and family. Build yourself some sort of a support system. With a little bit of help and patience, we will get through this. Alright guys, so I hope you found my 5 tips for working at home with children somewhat helpful. If you like what you see and want to see more, please subscribe, share, like, leave a comment, and of course hit the bell button for future alerts. Until next time, bye.